been forced to compete yesterday, they might have had to forfeit.
Yes, I heard the same thing, and that would have been really sad.
That would have been sad. We're glad they were able to come out and compete here today, and we're glad to be able to bring you now the mixed team gold medal match. An intriguing matchup in the mixed team gold medal match between Slovenia and Italy. This is Slovenia out of the tunnel first. Slovenia qualifying third this week here in Medellin, Colombia. This team 5 up on Ecuador, then beat Mexico by 1 in the quarterfinals and topped India by 1 in the semifinals. And two archers who have shot together consistently since 2011. Excuse me, this is Italy. My mistake. This is the Italian team, which took a tiebreaker from the Dominican Republic, beat Spain by 5 in the quarterfinals and the USA by 1 in the semis. Viviana Spano and Federico Pagnoni, excuse me. My apologies. They both wear similar uniforms, so now we've got the Slovenian team.
Yeah, the Slovenia team has been in the finals quite a bit this year in the mixed team. They have a real strong team. They practice together.
They all wear blue and white.
Mm-hmm.
So let's meet the two who have competed together since 2011. Toja Cerne on the left and Dejan Sitar on the right. These two came close to winning bronze medals in Shanghai and Antalya, and they lost in the bronze medal match at both of those stages. So here they'll come away with a medal. The question is, will it be gold or will it be silver?
I think a lot's going to come down to how the Italian girl's feeling and whether she's able to come out and shoot solid shots, or if being sick's going to affect her again.
And again, my apologies to the Italian team, misidentifying them. They qualified fourth this week here in Medellin. And as we mentioned, took a tiebreaker from the Dominican Republic, beat Spain by 5 in the quarters, and the USA by 1 in the semifinals. So we'll see how Viviana Spano is feeling, as well as Federico Pagnoni. Good luck at Toja Cerne along with Dejan Sitar. And Sitar, the 35-year-old who was ranked first in the world back in 2003, steps up to shoot first.
Solid shot.
His first time on the field. Comes up with the 10, and now Toja Cerne, 22 years old, ranked 6th in the world. Another strong shot.
Both a little low, so interesting to see where their second shots hit.
Viviana Spano, who did collect a silver medal this morning in women's team competition. Going for her second medal of the day. Looks strong.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like she has a little bounce in her step.
Yeah, she definitely looks better than what she looked this morning when I saw her.
Empanadas for lunch. I don't know about you, but those empanadas, they're mighty good.
I haven't been able to have any yet. We've been eating the food for the athletes all week, so.
Yeah, the empanadas, I wouldn't, yeah. Fried food, they're for the guys like me. 3 in a row for Slovenia. And Cerne outside the 10 ring, still in the yellow circles. So 2 10s right here, and Italy takes the lead. Easy for me to say, though.
Tied right back up.
Now they need a 10 to tie. Pagnoni, 27 years old, on the Italian team that picked up a bronze medal in Poland last month, almost dead center. Perfecto. Federico Pagnoni, and the two teams are tied at 39 all after that opening set. How much can you pick up watching the other archers?
In terms of conditions or?
Conditions or just technique or styles, the way that they approach.
I tend to not pay attention to any of that, and I just get out there and shoot my own arrows. The biggest thing I pay attention to would be conditions. If it's real windy and you see the other teams all hitting left or right or whatever, that can give you an advantage if they start the match, which typically is an advantage to start the match, but sometimes it can actually be a disadvantage. But beyond that, I'm not really paying attention to what they're doing.
And especially when you are in the middle of a match. I've noticed you're not paying any attention at all to what the other archers are doing or saying.
No, and I've been told this week that I have a game face, that I'm very serious, which I didn't realize, but
Crystal Gauvin's got her game face on here, even though she's just broadcasting. I guarantee you, folks. Crystal Gauvin in the United States. We're so glad to have her joining us here on Archery TV. Glad you're joining us as well. Buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches, wherever in the world and whatever time it might be. Where you're watching, we're glad you've logged on to Archery TV, where we've got live shot-by-shot coverage. Have all weekend and will in Mexico City at the World Cup Finals coming up next month. Young crowd, you're right, Crystal. It is a good young crowd. Second set about to begin. Excuse me, second end about to begin.
Moving 9.
And Sitar stabs the 9 ring.
Let's see if Toja can come back here and shoot a 10 and give him some confidence back.
Moving 9.
Drops another one on the 9 ring.
She's not going to be happy with that.
Tienila bene dietro e prenditi i tuoi tempi.
Now Viviana Spano. Picked up a team silver medal at stage 3 in Wrocław back in 2014.
Moving 9.
She held a long time on that shot.
Fortunate to keep it in the 9 ring.
I think so.
Sergio coaching. As Pagnoni pulls the trigger.
So no one's taking advantage right now.
The veteran Sitar in his 14th year of international competition. Trying to grab that bull by the horns. Take control. As Toja locks in on that target 50 meters away and finds it.
Interesting, they're both shooting very consistent in this match. I know Toja had said in China, one of them had shot pretty poorly and the other shot really well, and then in their other bronze medal match it was reversed. So it's good to see them both being consistent with one another.
Yes.
Beautifully done. Viviana Spano, Italy, trying to keep pace with Slovenia. And they do. And so we're still tied after 2 ends at 77 all. I've always been interested in the dynamics and the chemistry on any team, but it's really interesting in archery. I mean, especially in mixed team. I mean, you've got the 2 archers there. If one's doing well, one's not. How does that work? How does that go? I mean, it's a relationship.
Yeah, and it's tough because you say you win or lose as a team, but when you're the person that's struggling, you feel responsible. You know, you hope your partner's going to pick you up, and I know for me that's happened a lot. I've struggled in the team round, and I've had lucky to have strong teammates, but you feel bad about it, and it's a very tough situation.
You want to carry your weight.
Right.
There's no
right.
question about that. Then if you're doing well and the other person isn't doing so well, what's that like? Do you ever get a little...
No, for me, actually, it's almost again, it goes back to I feel better feel like I shoot better under pressure, so I feel like I have to pick up the team, and I usually shoot better under those circumstances, and I never get upset or mad at
Or get
someone.
down on somebody else.
Because
Plus-
we all have those days.
Sure.
I mean,
And it's not going to help.
no,
No.
definitely not.
It's not as though anybody who steps up to the line in any of these events wants to shoot a bad shot.
And we've all worked hard to get to where we are and put in the time. And
Che poi la ferro devi fare così perché sennò no.
You look at a team like Slovenia. They've been together shooting since 2011. What kind of an advantage would they have having worked together so long together?
I think it's a great advantage. You just learn to feed off each other. And I know the U.S. has always been able to fill in people, but I think there's something to be said about having that consistency of knowing who you're shooting with and feeling comfortable with the rotation and
Timing.
strengths and again coming down knowing I shoot a 9, I know he's going to shoot a 10 now or vice versa.
Having that confidence. Dejan Sitar starts off with a 9.
Moving 9.
So a
Open
pair of
up-
9s.
Same as last end, open up with 2 9s. Let's see if Italy can capitalize this time.
Spano at full draw. Averaging 9.3 points per arrow.
Moving 9.
Destra. La giusta. È una buona freccia.
And again, nobody able to break away. Not yet, at least.
Da qui lavora.
Can Pagnoni put his team ahead? Yes. A match like this, it could come down to 1 point.
Definitely. Ten here would really help.
The gold medalist from 2001 at the World Championships in Beijing.
Moving 9.
Ooh,
Nope.
very close. Very, very close.
Occhio tu, Bene.
Have to shout out to Toja with her fancy nails. She just did them this week.
Yes. 10.
She must have known she was going to make
I
the
think so.
finals and
I
be on
think so.
TV, and there'd be close-up shots. and
Yep.
These are things we have to think about.
It is. I
Yes.
got yelled at the first time I was on TV without my nails done.
And the guys don't have to worry a thing
No,
about that,
you
do
have it
they?
easy.
Yeah. So Toja with a 10 on the final shot of that end for Slovenia. Meanwhile, Spano.
Sei stata tanto,
Great close-up of her bubble. Interesting to see how people handle the wind, whether they bubble or aim off. I suppose.
Moving 9.
Ooh. Almost.
So all tied up again.
Almost in the 8 ring. So we are tied up once again at 114 all. One of the tightest matches we've seen today and one of the tightest matches we've seen all weekend as you look at Toja Cerne and Dejan Sitar. Toja, a good athlete, and you're a great athlete too. I mean, you've participated in so many different sports during the course of your life and your career. I believe she was a gymnast at one point, wasn't she?
I think so. I can't remember, but I know she was very big into one sport, and she's actually going to school to be, I guess in the U.S. it would be like a PE teacher. I don't know what it's called in other countries, but basically doing sports for kids.
A physical fitness instructor. How many sports have you been in? Let's see, swimming, cycling, crew,
Softball, track, volleyball, water polo.
Now that's, yes, you and I, both water polo players, yeah. People
Yeah.
ever ask you how those horses tread water that long?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
How do they keep those ponies under the water treading water? Mm-hmm. You get that question
Yes.
every once in a while.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience. I played on a club team in college, but it was all boys and me. And
Ooh,
some of the schools we played against, Ohio State, for example, had very large Russian men.
yes. The Eastern European water polo players,
A little
Hungary,
different
yeah.
than my size.
It's a different game.
Yes, 10.
Dejan Sitar is playing a great game right now.
To je moćna.
So this final end, it's really who can handle the pressure better going in tied.
Or will it go to a shoot-off? Toja tacks on another 10.
Yeah, we've already seen 2 shoot-offs and 2 bronze matches this weekend at least. I don't know if there's been more, but both U.S. women in the bronze matches yesterday and today went to shoot-offs.
Started the day with shoot-offs, both days. Let's see what Italy can do. Spano, low in the 9 ring. So Slovenia with a bit of an advantage right now.
Yes, 10.
Pagnoni having to come through with a 10.
That was a really quick shot. I wasn't sure where that was going to end up.
So Sitar, who won a mixed team bronze medal at stage 3 in Antalya last year.
Slovenia 9.
You could tell by his face he wasn't happy with that when it broke.
Moćna poruka.
Now Toja Cerne.
Slovenia 9.
Cerne with a 9.
Da vidi.
So Slovenia, which lost in the bronze medal matches in Shanghai stage 1, Antalya stage 2, looked to be in good position to take the gold medal here, but Italy with a chance to steal it away from them.
Yes,
Spano with a big shot.
a 10 to win.
So a 10 will get the job done. Federico Pagnoni won a team bronze medal in Medellin last year, but gets a gold medal this year.
What a way to cap it off for Team Italy.
How about that for Italy?
Finishing off in dramatic style.
And that's just pure joy right there.
Tough loss again for Slovenia. They're going to be disappointed with that.
A 1-point loss as Italy, coming down the stretch, comes up with the big shots in the clutch to win it by 153 to 152. And you've got to feel glad for the Italian team, as you mentioned already, Crystal. Had that stomach virus, whatever it was that was going around, and I'm sure they were a little bit dehydrated yesterday.
Yeah, I heard they had about 105 degree temperature, just extremely high temperatures, couldn't get out of bed, so.
So for them to be able to come out here and do this today, that's great for Italy.
Avete fatto la mano rossa?
A gutty performance by the Italians in a match that was nip and tuck all the way. It was tied at 39 after the first end, still tied at 77 after the third end, tied at 114 after the third end, and Italy wins the fourth end and wins the match